Alright, I haven't gotten the battery in the front of the car yet, so of course for me, I got way too much weight in the back. And my driveway has a little bit of a hill, so that'll help me. Dude, these pedals are gonna freaking smack me tough. Flip. This little breaker right here, and it should power on. Alright, so the test was alright. Yeah, I'm like 100 pounds more than these kids anyway, so I'm sure it'll probably be a lot better with them on there. And if not, I got a bigger engine or a bigger motor that I can throw in here, and I can always upgrade the battery because I'm in the 30-day exchange policy at Pacific Power Battery. So what I'm going to need to do is take the chain off so the pedals aren't constantly spinning on this thing, and I'm probably going to hack the spindle here so I got both the pedals out forward, and then tack them that way so they stay forward so the kids can have their feet out and comfortable in the same position, and then I can try and get the switch mounted up on one of these pedals somehow.
I know you want to see me. I know I'm on these beats, baby.
Alright, now I'm gonna need to fix these pedals.
You wanna touch me, baby.
Oh!
No looking back, so fuck the cops. I only charge, I pay those punks. Everett's where you find me, living far from.
Alright, we got the pedals facing the same way. Put a little bit of a stop right here so the pedals can't go down anymore. Get this thing wired up. I can put the shroud back on. It's coming there.
On this, get off your ass and stop getting caught. You sold to the snitch, got pinched by the law, raw dog. And your lady, now you have 4 babies and you broke, no hope. Trying to live off the state, I paid the tax.
Alright guys, we got it all wired up. So we're gonna get some of these bikes out of the way and take it for the test drive here.
I'll take my test drive.
Is this car?
Heck yeah, I like it.
Okay, it's time for the maiden voyage here. It's so slow. I think I need to get a bigger battery. It's so slow, it's pathetic. I charged it all night and it rode for a second, so I don't know if it's just drawing too much for this, so I'm gonna get it charged up, take it back, see if I can get a bigger one, put a bigger one on here, and then try that and see what happens. Because nothing's smoking or burning up, so the battery just gets zapped, I guess, or I'm not sure. Alright, so the motor idea was cool and it worked for like a hot second. It probably didn't help that I was running it and riding on it, because that motor, it's just gotten weaker and weaker, and now it won't even go with the kids on it. So I think it just burned itself out, because for how big that motor is, you'd think that it would be able to actually, you know, be fine and run, but it's all just pretty looking junk, really. You know, it's just the cheapest thing you can think of, and it usually just runs a little teeny plastic piston and piston rod, you know, to make air go in for a compressor system. So it's just garbage, you know. So I'm gonna have to tear that off. So I got this car starter, a Geo Metro car starter, and I'm starting to take it apart here. And so we're gonna see how I can go about doing that and make it safe. Because obviously I don't want to have this open while it's doing its thing, so I need to customize this a bit, which is unfortunate because the starter works and it's a spare backup for Snowflake, so it is what it is. It's sacrifice. It's warranted. So we'll see what happens.
Cause I am the boot, fucking raw, nah, dog, my baby a pawn, and I give her what she wants.
Okay, I almost gave up on this and was gonna order like one of those electric bike motor things. It's already got like a sprocket on it online or whatever to mount to the car after taking the alternator apart, and then pieces going everywhere, and then, you know, trying to figure out how the heck I'm gonna get a sprocket on here, because this has got a gear head on there and that's different than a bike sprocket. And so that I could use the chain, I'm gonna have to probably chop this end of this housing off, and then get rid of the solenoid here that makes the sprocket go up and down. And once I cut this end off here, or maybe even I cut it off here, I'm not quite sure yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld plate from here around this. I'm going to take the sprocket off of the pedal system that I have right here, which blows because I did a really good job making that pedal system and I don't have another sprocket anywhere. So I'm going to cut the sprocket off the front of the pedal area here, and then weld those together on another steel plate so those pedals stay. Take the sprocket, drill a hole through it. I'm going to weld the sprocket onto this alternator shaft, see if I can get rid of this gear, or maybe I'll just weld it right up next to this gear.
No looking back, so fuck the cops. I all in charge, I pay those punks. Everett's where you find me, living far from grimy. Steaks is not my hobby, but you give me fries, I'm happy. All eyes on me, and I ain't for free. Like the ladies getting naked and sell coffee. Diverse and fly, you see me.
Here we go, aluminum. So looks like I'm gonna bust out the TIG welder. All right, so there we have it. I'm just gonna need to get that sprocket cut out. We're gonna put that sprocket right over this. All right, guys, I got it totally stripped. I got the burnt engine out. Got it set up here. I'm gonna go ahead, cut the sprocket out. Geo.
All about my family. Sitting back on mine, stack your wine and try and stop me. Beats I make your girl's a freak. I spake her meat, she red no pink. I don't need heat her pussy leaky, lazy G, and really we just leave my me out the scene. Play serene, so she on me. Talk my prime, I live no lie. Lug with bucks, call me Joe McCoy. No fucking way. I'm a club, I got 2 kids at home and a wife I love. Getting money, you hoes, bout it with my clothes. I am in wheel, you back up your nose, froze the O's.
Piece of junk, Harbor Freight.
Stacks to my ear, I made it clear. You run in fear, throw off a pier.
Dang, I almost got it. Look at that. Dang, that thing is perfect on that. So awesome, you guys. This little freaking keeper or spindle or for this extension gear shaft here. It freaking popped down. That's sick. Because now the hole I made is perfect on the gear, and the gear is on that freaking keeper. Boom. All I gotta do is just weld that on the shaft. Looks like we're gonna have the clearance we need. I just chopped this the casing down more here on the back side.
Everett's where you find me, living far from grimy.
I need to extend material from here to here to hold this down. Alright guys, we finally got this thing together, and as ugly and nasty as ever, but hey, it's solid and it's holding it there. You know, I am no master at all, as you can see. So I want to get this. I'm going to use these fastening points here on the original shroud and mount it up on this plate that I put on for the other motor. So I'll bring a couple tabs down and that'll be pretty sweet. I didn't have a bike chain tool that you use to take apart chains. I didn't have one, so I just put it in the vise, took a screw, stuck it right here in the hole, hit it with a hammer, boom, knocked it through. Sweet, we got this ugly motor in place. We got the chain cut to length. It's still hot here. I just tacked that on and put a little bead on it. There we go, the chains put together. Last thing to do is wire this thing up. Probably be tomorrow.
Apologies guys, I did get a kid to roll on the starter motor cart and lost the footage, or I forgot to take the footage, so I'm apologizing to you now. Don't use a starter motor for an electronic cart. It won't work, or it will work for a very short period of time.
On this part. Buster, you can go on this part.